Ladies and gentlemen, on Friday, when I opened the program, I told you I felt sick. And I spent the next 2 hours explaining why I felt sick. Today, I'm scared. I'm a combination of angry and scared. Because if this CBS report from Jan Crawford is accurate, and I happen to believe that it is, she cites two sources, she doesn't name them, but I happen to believe that her report is true. Well, basically her report is, let me summarize it for you. That the Chief Justice did indeed cave to left-wing media pressure. Roberts originally voted, and by the way, this does lend credence to the notion that Obama was told. And I'll explain how. It's just a wild guess on that. She doesn't get into that in the story. Originally, Roberts voted with the other conservatives to strike down the mandate and pretty much the whole bill. Then, and that was in March, April, that was early on, Roberts voted with the conservatives to get rid of the whole thing for the most part, certainly the mandate. As shortly after that, Obama and the media go on a tear about Roberts. Specifically Roberts, and they go on a tear about the court in general. And they start this horror story about how the court will be destroyed forever. Its integrity will be blown forever if they overturn major landmark legislation and a sitting president, first black president, blah, blah, all of that stuff. And then Roberts changed his vote. And for a month, you hear this, Dawn? For a month, Anthony Kennedy tried to get him to change his mind. Anthony Kennedy did everything he could. Anthony Kennedy, say what you want about him being the swing vote. One thing you can deduce from many of Kennedy's decisions where he has written either the majority opinion or the dissent is that he is totally devoted to individual freedom and liberty. And in that sense, this whole thing could not stand. So he spends a month trying to twist Roberts' arm, and to no avail. And then Roberts, after a month, starts working on Kennedy to join him to make this 6-3. Roberts' change of, in fact, the conservatives, Alito, Thomas, Kennedy, Scalia, found Roberts' reasoning so flawed that they refused to join or even acknowledge his opinion, even in the areas where they agreed. That is why in their dissent, they didn't even mention Roberts. They were so ticked off at what he had done. They were so ticked off at the way he was changing his vote that they didn't even acknowledge his opinion in their dissent. Some thought that meant that theirs was originally a majority opinion. The story is no. They were just mad. They didn't even want to acknowledge his existence in their dissent. Jan Crawford, CBS, also reported that Roberts' change of heart was almost certain to have been driven by left-wing media anger around the possibility the law would be overturned. Roberts reads the papers, very concerned about the court's image, she reports. If that's true, folks, do you know what it means? The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States is now run by the American media. And that's why they are happy.